So that's actually another degree of freedom that we can control.
Yes.
And once you have access to all of these properties of light and you can control them, then you can engineer light beams to your heart's content, and you can come up with all kinds of fun applications for doing this. So one of the ones that I mentioned before, the obvious one, is communication, when you really want to make sure that your beams stay the same shape and they reach your target, whoever might be on the receiving end of the communication you're trying to send optically. So for that, it's really important. For example, in the atmosphere, you get all kinds of turbulence, you get scattering elements. So you really want to make sure that you can control your light intensity and not lose it too much on the propagation. It's impossible to keep it all, but really the further you want to be able to communicate, over longer distances you want to do this, the more important it is to have good control over these. But that's just one application. There's many other things that you can do with structured light. So this, in similar ways that our eyes pick up shapes, you can also use these structures that you can generate intentionally to measure structures somewhere else.
Yes.
So you could put this light with structured properties down optical fibers, measure what's happening on the other end by looking at the light that's reflected from things from the other side of an optical fiber, and as it's coming back along the fiber, you can measure it on the end that you were sending the light in from. And if you can think about this a bit more, what we can do is send light from one side of the fiber and detect on the same side what's on the far side of the fiber. Now, fibers are really thin,
Yes.
a couple of 100 micrometers. It's sort of, a couple of widths of hair, human hair. So that means that you can get these into really tiny spaces, and you can do imaging there, which is actually really, really helpful for all kinds of medical applications when you want to do things inside the body without opening it up. So you can do this minimally invasive imaging to detect all kinds of things inside the body, which is, I think, fantastic.